One of the questions I've been getting asked lately is, Tanner, when does your off-season start? How long is your off-season? And when do you go back to racing? I'm gonna be talking about all that in today's video. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to today's video. First off, hope you're all having a great day today. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about our off-season. When does our off-season start, and how long is our off-season? Also, I'm gonna be talking about our October and my November racing schedules, where we're gonna be racing, what kind of cars, and what tracks we're gonna be at. So first off, to answer your question, it would be like a yes and a no answer. So this summer, I started racing sprint cars. So I'm not like the outlaw guys, you know, where they race all the way up to probably around November, then they take a few months off. They might race in December, but usually not, or January. They'll take those off, and they'll get back at it at Volusia Speedway Park, or maybe a little bit earlier than that at the end of February. I'm not like that. I'm also not like a NASCAR team where you go up to like November and then you take a few weeks off and you get back at it, get ready for the Daytona 500. But also, let me remind you, an off season for a team is just as busy, if not busier, than the regular season. Because you're trying to get faster, you're building a new car, or you're tearing down the one you have. You're trying to rebuild it back up, look for cracks or breaks or anything that you can make faster on the race car and fix it and get it ready for the next season. And that's why off seasons for a sprint car team, it's great, much needed time off, but at the same time, you're still working just as hard, if not harder, than you do in the regular season. Same with NASCAR. They're preparing for the Daytona 500, probably doing a little bit of testing and all that. Just ask a lot of people. They'll say like the NASCAR off season is one of the busiest times of the year. So our off season is not like that. We don't have 3 or 4 months off in the middle of the winter time and don't do any racing at all. Our off season is more like a very short time, but during the year we get more breaks. So if I had to tell you what I would consider our off season right now, if we were to just pick, we have 2 weeks off right now. So we have this weekend and then the weekend before this. We're 2 weeks off. So we went to the coast last weekend, had a little bit of a vacation with the family. This weekend, we're not doing as much, but we're just getting ready for Red Bluff to start because we have a busy October and November full of outlaw kart racing. I'm very excited to do it. But you guys gotta remember, when I started this YouTube channel and when I started my racing career at 5 years old, I started with outlaw karts. It's not like I was just born and I didn't race for 13 years and hopped in a sprint car. So if you're a longtime viewer, or if you just watch any vlogs recently, because we did the Outlaw Kart Showcase, we raced at the Cycleland Speedway over the summertime, but I've been doing outlaw kart racing since I was 5, and I'm still gonna be doing a lot of those videos on my channel. So it's not like I'm a full-time sprint car driver, I'm going World of Outlaws next year or anything like that. Like I race limited class and I'm getting into the 360 class here in Oregon and hopefully California next year and maybe even Washington up there with the Summer Thunder Sprint Series. So we're a very local team. We're not like big time racers who have a big off season and then race like every single weekend and 3 or 4 times a week. We don't do that. We usually race maybe 2-day shows, but usually just 1-day shows and a few speed weeks throughout the year. So the Holmes family racing operation kind of has a little bit of a different off season than most teams. Instead of having 3 or 4 months off during winter time, what we do is we just have a few weeks off here and there. Because of where we live, Northern California is only 3 or 4 hours away to go racing indoor outlaw karts at some of the best in the country, if not the best in the country. It's great competition, keeps your skills sharp, and it's so much fun. My favorite racetrack in the whole wide world, the Red Bluff Outlaws. So we have 14 shows down there, and then we also run here in Oregon, Southern Oregon and Central Oregon at Roseburg Speedway, Salem Speedway. We probably run 3 or 4 shows combined with those 2 racetracks. So together we have about 18 shows planned, maybe a few more. We add some here and there for some weekly shows at some local tracks. So to sum up the full answer, our off season is more just a few weeks here and there. So in December we get a few weeks off, January we might get a few weeks off, March a week or 2, April maybe a week, May, usually we run a full schedule May. June this year we ran a full schedule. July we ran a full schedule. And I think in April we had 1 week off, or maybe it was the end of July. We took 1 week, but otherwise we ran like 12 weeks in a row. This year I've done the most racing I've ever done in one whole year. I'm thinking by the end we'll probably be around 50 to 60 shows. I know we ran 26 times in the sprint car this season, and then we probably have about 14 races planned between RBO last season and the beginning of RBO this season. And then also throw in there Cycleland Speedway this season. We ran some races, and also we'll run some at Roseburg Indoor and Salem hopefully at the end of the year. So all combined, it'll be probably around 50 shows, maybe upwards 60. But so far, it's just been a great season. At the end of the year, I'm gonna make a full recap showing our outlaw kart results and our sprint car results. So now, since I just explained to you how our racing off-season works, I'm gonna be telling you what the rest of this month and the next month looks like in the outlaw kart. So here is our October schedule. The next time we'll be at the racetrack is October 19th. It's a Friday, and it's a test and tune at the Red Bluff Outlaws. So every class is going to get to go out there, make some laps, and do some adjustments to their race car. Beginner box stock, 250, open, and sportsman. Everyone will get a chance to hit the racetrack, and I'm hoping that Friday, the car that I'm running, the QRC factory cart, and the driver all does their part, and hopefully we can turn some great laps, give some feedback on the car, and hopefully be up on the top of the leaderboard. And then the following day, Saturday, October 20th, is points race number 1 at the Red Bluff Outlaws. And usually on points race number 1, we get a few extra cars. It seems like every outlaw kart driver in California, because usually some of their tracks don't schedule their races for their points race number 1 at RBO, and so everyone is there. We'll get 40 to 50 opens and a lot of cars in the other classes. So points race number 1 is usually a very tough one to win, but every night at Red Bluff is a tough one to win, whether you win points race number 1, 6, 7, 8, any of them. If you win, it's a success. But the next time we'll be back at RBO the following Saturday, October 27th, for points race number 2, and this is where it gets a little bit hectic for our October schedule. So we race the 27th. Then we fly out that Sunday night to go to the KKM Give Back Classic, the biggest outlaw kart race in probably 3 or 4 years, if not one of the biggest outlaw kart races of all time. If you win the race, you get a Keith Kunz midget ride if you're of age to race at the Chili Bowl. If not, I think they said you get to run like a Power Eye midget event after the Chili Bowl sometime in there. I don't know, they didn't make it super clear, but I just know if you're of age, which of course if I won the event, I'm not of age, so I couldn't run this year, but if you're of age, you get to a Chili Bowl ride in a Keith Kunz midget. So that's why this race is so big. You're getting everyone, people from Washington, people from Oregon, California, people from the Midwest, people from up New York area and up above that. Everyone, I think they said 17 states. People from 17 states are coming to this event. At the top of the description, I will link their promo video where they kind of explain it a little bit. That'll be at the top of the description if you guys want to go check it out. It's just more details on the event. But this is going to be huge. Even if you just run in the top 5, that's awesome. But if you win the race, I mean, that's crazy. That would be amazing. So we fly out, we practice Monday the 29th, and then I think we qualify on the 30th. I haven't looked a bunch of details at the race, but I know we qualify and maybe we do heat races on the 30th, but the big show is on the 31st and all the lower mains and stuff like that. And then after that, we fly back. Here's my November schedule. So we fly back, maybe Thursday it is, Thursday or Friday morning. We race that Saturday, November 3rd at the Red Bluff Outlaws for points race number 3. And then the following weekend is points race number 4 at the Red Bluff Outlaws on November 10th. And then November 17th, I'm not sure if we're going to race that weekend. That might be one of our little off-season weekends. We get to just relax, but if we can add a race, I think we'll try to. And then the following weekend after that, the 24th and the 25th is the turkey shootout up at the Roseburg Speedway. So that's about an hour and a half north here. It's a pretty quick drive for us. We used to race up there all the time. We haven't got to as much in the past years, but we always hit the big race, the turkey shootout, and then I think they do the Oregon Ironman in January. So that's what the rest of this month and the next month looks like. So we got the play day coming up, points race number 1, points race number 2. Then we fly out like 2 days later, go to the KKM Give Back Classic, which I'm very excited for that event. It's at Millbridge Speedway in Millbridge, North Carolina. Then we fly back. November 3rd, we race at the Red Bluff Outlaws. November 10th at the Red Bluff Outlaws again, points race number 4. And then we have an off weekend, maybe our off-season weekend, and then the turkey shootout on November 24th and 25th. So stay tuned for all the Outlaw Kart videos. They're only going to get crazier and crazier. And the Millbridge ones, I'm going to be trying to do live streaming stuff. Not like live streaming the race, but vlogs, live stream updates, Instagram, Twitter, every social media that I have. I'm going to be using it, and you guys want to stay tuned for that race because it's so big. It's like maybe the Chili Bowl for Outlaw Karts. I wouldn't consider it the Chili Bowl because the track's not like the Chili Bowl, but it's the biggest race for Outlaw Karts, and everyone's going to be there. You name their name, they're there for Outlaw Karts. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I just been getting that question asked a lot, like, Tanner, when's your off season? When's your off season? I was like, well, we kind of don't really have an off season, you know, it's just here and there we get a few weeks off to relax, and that's just kind of how it works. We just have more weeks off than most of the big race teams that have the 3 or 4 month break. Also, sorry if I rambled a little bit in this video. I just feel like I keep going on and on and on, but I'm so excited for these coming weeks, and I cannot wait to hit the racetrack again. I mean, I might be a little rusty. I've been off for 2 weeks, but anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Make sure you guys stay safe, drive well, drive clean, and I'll see you guys all in the next video, and stay tuned. The next one after this will be iRacing Meetup, what race we're doing, what time, all that reminder, and then we'll be doing that on Sunday. See you guys all then. Deuces.